Don't ever forget this moment, RBTs. As an RBT, as a lead RBT, BCABA, BCBA, BCBAD, if you go on to something different. The greatest among you, any industry, any profession, the person who holds the keys, the person who's chasing Johnny when he elopes. Malik was fresh up out the projects with a tech in his backpack. Dirty brother laughed at. Teacher should have sat back. Let the school psychologist promise if going to colleges can get us out of this. My mama just don't know why that little brother got a flow, but his test score's low. Barking yo, the darkest bro. His finger roll is oh so cold. The whole department say he's slow. They take him in, break him in, then they hate him. Cause he know every rapper in the trap verbatim. No more debating. His psychology is shot, subliminally teaching them to drop it like it's hot.
Guys, welcome to Beyond the Science podcast, where we bring thought-provoking conversations that push the boundaries of ABA and lived experience of the people shaping it. I'm your host, Jerron Trotman, joined always by my fantastic co-host, Joseph Adams, and today we have a special guest host with us, Brother Rob. You seen Brother Rob on the RBT episode that we had. He's here to bring some insight with us. Now, let me set the stage for today's conversation, y'all. Our guest doesn't just practice behavior analysis, he embodies it in every way. From the classroom to the stage, he's been a board-certified behavior analyst for decades. He's trained in ADOS 2 at Vanderbilt, and his journey has taken him through Indiana University, Fisk University, and Southern Illinois University. That's Carbondale. He's also the founder of the Poetry Jam at Indiana University South Bend, an event that's been running since 1997, creating a safe space for communities to connect through the power of language. And if that's not enough, he's recognized as one of the first African-American BCBAs in the country and the very first Black Male BCBA in the state of Tennessee. He's helped pave the way for so many of us. He's also the visionary behind Black Male BCBA Day, family man, poet, consultant,
talk to him,
pioneer,
talk to
and
him.
one of the most positive BCBAs on the planet. Please help me by welcoming not only our guest here today, but also our keynote speaker for the BMBA Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andre Anderson.
I feel like I need to go to the prayer closet. Ain't nobody that good.
Hey, now, if y'all see us excited, because this guy just dropped some bars just now. We all kind of pumped already.
He definitely did.
Hey, Rob, Joe, watch me get Jerron. Peep his nonverbals when I do this, all right? All right. This is very verbal, but non-vocal. Hey, Jerron, how does this make you feel? How did it make you feel?
Still prompt.
I will say though, when I first pulled up, he recorded me and he showed me he had on a shirt, and I didn't know he was wearing. I thought it was just like a regular white button-down shirt.
Yeah.
And I was surprised, but I know you ordered something though. I knew you ordered something,
good.
But that thing looks fresh, man.
Man, bro, I was hesitating to wear it till, we got a bunch of grooves from the 4th through the 6th at the summit. Yes. So I was waiting to hold it. Yeah. But then I said, man, this will make bro feel good to be supported. You know what I'm saying, Joe?
Yes,
when somebody come in with an Adam shirt on and you didn't ask them to wear it, you know what I'm saying? That they believe in.
Especially when you didn't ask them to wear it.
What you said, that part right there, full support.
Definitely.
I before we kind of dive deeper into it, I gotta give you some quick shout outs. And I was doing this off air, but I gotta do it on air now. Andre, so when we were first starting just BMBA, I gave this brother a call. I don't even know where I got your number. I gave you a call. Somebody told me to reach out to you. I don't remember. But I didn't know the work that you were doing. I didn't know the work that you were already doing behind the scenes before I even kind of came onto the national scene, what you were doing Black Male BCBA Day, what you were doing in your community, just the work that you were already doing. And so I gotta start the show with giving you the congratulations, giving you the flowers, giving you whatever it is that they call it, the daps, the praise, because you have been doing this, and there have been, I'm just gonna call it what it is, there's been people in our community who maybe not want to give you your shine, maybe not want to give you your flowers, may try to, dim your light. You hear what I'm saying?
Real talk.
And we really want to make sure that we empower and shine that light today. So I'm just going to start the show out by giving you that.
Man, I want to cry tears of joy.
Toast up, man, for brother Andre. All right, look at him in the eyeball. Look him in the eyeball. Look him in the eyeball. Look him in the eyeball. Thank you, Jerron.
I had to. So can you just tell us what excites you about just being here? Talk to us about the summit and what you hope people take away from your keynote. And tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am thoroughly grateful for every BCBA. You know, BCBA is a young industry. Mm-hmm. You're talking about LCSW, psychotherapy, school psychology, social psychology, behavioral psychology, right? Community psych. It's such in its nascent form that you can look at multiple audiences within, right? That excites me to know that we're on the front end in behavior change. Pat Fryman said something in his article, 2014, Behavior Analyst to the Front, a 15-step tutorial in public speaking. And Pat Fryman says he wishes that behavior analysts are called to be interviewed when there's whatever in the general public, versus just we asked a psychologist or we asked a social worker, right? And no shade on counselors or anything, but what about the behavior analyst perspective? So that excites me, right? The other part, and I ain't just trying to rhyme, but we doing major work and ask the federal government for a dime. I know Trump loved this message. I feel you, Donald.
Right.
You know why I feel Trump? Because Crump felt me. Let me say it again. Trump feel me because Crump feel me. I didn't have a set-up meeting with Ben Crump to say give props to BMBA.
So for our audience, who is Ben Crump?
Okay, Ben Crump. Ben Crump, one of the angels in civil rights right now.
Definitely.
He's the former general counsel, the immediate past general counsel for Omega Psi Phi. So at the 84th Grand Conclave, which was in 2024 in Tampa, and I'm the 5th District Director of Public Relations, I need to give these disclaimers, right? What I say and what I do here doesn't necessarily represent my fraternity, all right? Just like with the Behavior Analyst Certification Board's Ethics Code 5.06, page 16, some of the things I'll share today are non-behavioral in nature and aren't covered by my BACB credential. We got to give that disclaimer just so folks don't think they could take what I say and plug and play.
Right.
That's healthy.
That's important.
But Ben Crump, he met me on the level just like y'all. I said, look, there's some black males doing very good work in behavior change. If you could give them a shout out. He went just like this. This bruh Ben Crump, you know how he got that southern, I love that southern drawl of Ben Crump because it's so authentic.
Yeah.
He ain't putting on no airs and it's straight wisdom. This bruh Ben Crump, I want to let you know, black men in behavior analysis, bruh Ben Crump supports you in everything that you do. And we kept it moving.
And we're going to play that video for y'all that's listening right now. Throw it in.
Black men in behavior analysis, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Brother Ben Crump is supporting you in everything you do, too. Told you.
And I immediately called Jerron Trotman. I left the bros. We had Tampa, about 10,000 Omegas. I left and I said, Jerron, I got to talk to you now. And I blew it. Did I blow you up? Tell the truth, Jerron.
Man, it was amazing. You was like, I got something to share. I ain't know what it was. I ain't know what to expect. But that thing right there was something tight right there, man.
Yeah, that was dope.
That thing right there was something tight.
I saw that on my Instagram.
The fact that, you were the first person that I stopped everything because I knew I could hear your heart. The Bible says you know them by their fruit.
Yeah.
I said, no, this is like a me times 5,000. This is a me times 5,000. If you think our first phone call, you know how you weigh people out? Can I trust them? What angle they got? Dude, it was really like, and this ain't playing politics at all because trust me, I that's above my pay grade off top. But Jerron speaks and he allows you to let your hair down.
That's true.
And I don't feel an angle. I don't feel a hustle. So
I concur.
Man, I give you the keys to the car. you got to meet the wifey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
meet
sir.
the kids. It's that type of trust. So, not to get too weak.
Keys to the car, though? I'm sorry.
Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me in the eye.
Now, I'm gonna come to you, Rob, because you know I know you are up and coming. You've been doing a lot of just content, putting things out as a up and coming, and you see Andre and kind of what he's done. What are your initial thoughts?
Inspired. Man, the vision is clear. What's attainable is clear. And I appreciate brothers like you setting the gold standard, you know what I'm saying, for what it's capable to be as a black man in this field. Because I talked about on the previous podcast, when I first got into the field, I didn't see black men, I didn't see black people, you know, from men, women, BCBAs, RBTs, period. So being around these brothers, seeing what you've done in the field, seeing what you've inspired Jerron to do, who's inspiring me, it's like 3 generations of inspiration here. So I'm just grateful for the work that's already being done, you know?
Yeah. Bars, Rob. Bars.
Yeah. And
bars.
It's one of those things, actually, you know, me and Joe was just talking, and I just literally told him a few days ago, I'm like, yo, Andre's coming on. He was like, I don't know, it's no brainer.
Yeah.
No brainer. Like, let's get this brother on. Let's put this out.
No.
I mean, you talking about this is our keynote.
Yeah.
For the summit.
Right.
So, and I'm going to jump in here.
Yes.
There was a point in time, I mean, this is like 2 or 3 years ago. Andre, like, this summit, guys, is so important because this is the time to meet your heroes in person. I used to hear about you guys. I used to see you guys on, this is back in the day, like your LinkedIn, like your Dr. AJ's, you. I used to see you guys on LinkedIn. Now I get to break bread and meet you guys.
Yeah.
So that's why this is important because, you know, back in my day, this is the AU circle. We used to just read about the best players in the newspaper. Never got to meet them.
Yes.
I get to meet you, brother. I get to look them in the eye.
That part?
That part.
Joe, bars, baby.
No,
bars.
sure.
Beautifully articulated, relevant speech. Let me say it again. Boldly articulated, relevant speech. Bold voices, bright futures.
Bold
love
voices,
that.
bright future. Now, let me talk about the year 2020, okay? Because this is going to be really important for Andre to kind of talk to you guys about why he created. I'm gonna get the floor to you. Talk about what happened in 2020. Talk about why you created this day and what inspired you to connect this vision. And for those of you guys who don't know, the reason why we are having the summit the 4th through the 6th, inspired by this man because of the dates that he's gonna tell you about. So talk to us about the vision behind this day you created and why.
So, thank you, Jerron and Rob and Joe. Hear me.
For sure.
September 8th, 2020, my birthday, September 8th, right? Thank God for James Carr, and thank you for giving props to our BACB CEO, right? So data was released on September 8th, 2020, as far as the demographics. Yes. Now, I was certified in 2004. So you got 16 years of not knowing who's the first black male BCBA, how many black male BCBAs. It was that feeling of, you know, when black folks first started getting birth certificates, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of flashback-ish of that. So when that data came out, that's 2020, I became an Omega in April 2021. I go to the WEBA conference. This is why it is so vitally important to take academic and vocational risk. Hear me. If you don't take an academic and vocational risk, you're shortchanging yourself. I went to the Women in Behavior Analysis Conference in 2021 where I met Tyra Sellers and Linda LeBlanc for the first time. I met Beverly Kirby for the first time in person. Landria Seals Green, we knew each other for a couple years, but we met each other for the first time face to face, 2021 WEBA. I said, and this is when Supervisor and Mentor got released, the book by LeBlanc, Sellers, Ali. Got it signed. Real talk. The same day I got that signed, by Tyra Sellers. No BS right through here. That night, I hit the mic with KRS-One. And he signed my book, The Science of Rap. I had his book from 1995. It's raggedy. I might bring it to my keynote, y'all.
We talking about DK or Knowledge Reigns Supreme?
Real talk.
Oh, man.
What do you do when you don't know what you don't know, but you're around people and you got to talk? That's part of my keynote. I'm dropping, right? What do you do when you don't know what you don't know, but you're around people and you got to talk? Skinner clarifies this in chapter 17, the self-strengthening of verbal behavior. I'm going somewhere. So that's in the summer of 21. Dude, all of that, Rodney King, George Floyd, everybody DEI'd up.
Yes.
And ain't none of us saying nothing? Hold on. So I become the bros in April. We was in the summer, July of 2021. I meet Beverly. Beverly husband, Kirk Kirby, is the bros. So I talk to Kirk and say, man, something is bubbling up inside of me to have a Black Male BCBA day. And I get that all black males ain't BCBAs. So I want to make sure that this is comprehensive. Anybody in this field of behavior change, according to the 3-term contingency, according to the dimensions of ABA, the assumptions of ABA, that they get, they just do. And so we have a text thread of bros, and I was the Neo at the time. I was the youngest. I'm like, look, I ain't scared.
Yeah.
September 8th, 2021, went on Fiverr. Fiverr need to be sponsoring us, by the way. Fiverr need to be sponsoring us. Look them in the eye. 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 So I developed the concept. Yeah. Sent it to one of the Fiverr videographers and all of that. I said, bruhs, we dropping this on September 8th, 2021. We gonna see what it do. And look at what it's done.
Your boy did it.
Yeah, so on that day, I get a message on LinkedIn. And I had recently passed, because I passed in May of 2021.
Wow.
So I felt for the first time included. Right? So I remember that day vividly. A BCBA, April, shout out to April, she know who she is. She sent that to me and I was like, whoa. I never knew. I never knew that there were more people. I only knew about Dron, you, Dr. AJ, because that's all we knew. And I had my mentor who was a BCBA since 2005. That's all I knew. So I remember that day because it scrolls on LinkedIn. This is after 8 o'clock, I'm looking and I responded. And I just felt so happy because, it's not a lot of comments because it wasn't a lot of us, right? But those that it were, it was about 15 comments. And I was like, wow, it's 15 people like me.
Yeah.
Wow. And just for some stats for you guys, Black male BCBAs currently make up 0.6% of all BCBAs. I'm going to repeat that for you guys. Black male BCBAs currently make up 0.6%. Not even 1%.
Not even a whole percentage.
Of all BCBAs. I'm going to let that marinate with our audience for a little bit.
Sting.
Andre, you got a rich journey from founding Poetry Jam at Indiana University to training at Fisk and SIU to becoming the first Black male BCBA in Tennessee. We can toast to that. Now, you've often said your grandmother and B.S. Skinner have something in common. Now, that line always sticks with me. Now, you got to share with our listeners, how has family wisdom influenced your career in ABA? Talk to us about that line.
My grandmama just like y'all's. She ain't fattening frogs to feed snakes, meaning that what come out her mouth, it's going to accomplish what it set out to do, that part, right? There's some things that she would drop, man, some bars. Jesus have mercy. A short pencil beats a long memory any day. That's evidence-based strategies. That's documentation, right? A short pencil beats a long memory any day. So, Granny, she got some sayings, man. If it don't be no rooting and tooting, it won't be no cutting and shooting.
I got to get my notepad.
Yeah. She when I say my grandmama spit bars, lay down with dogs long enough, you come up with fleas, just like y'all grandmama. You got to finish your peas before you get your dessert. Pre-Mac principle. Look him in the eye. Look him in the eye. Look him in the eye. Hey, but guess what, though? You You ready?
I love it.
Guess what? I'm sharing this amongst the family. Because you never know how long you got.
That's right.
You feel me?
Dang, that's true.
Guess who owns www.premacprinciple.com? Look him in the eye. That part. And it was published on Beyond the Science podcast.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That part.
What you going to, hey, let me buy that.
Let me
buy that, Bobby. How much you going to
I don't know what made me buy it, but some said long time ago, grab that. You know how you be fooling around on domain it. You know what I'm saying? Rob, grab that. Grab that.
No, for sure. I want to, real quick, if I could jump in there, I want to piggyback off that because that, as he said, you tied in your grandma, B.F. Skinner, all this family wisdom. How has that shaped who you become to today?
Good question. So my grandmama would attend the poetry jams. Fat shout outs to Dr. Day Bryant. So when I was at IU in South Bend, let me keep it $1.50. I started school 89 fall. I didn't finish till 99. This is important. Mama was smoked out. I got a genius sister 10 years younger than me. I ain't gonna let my house get turned into a crack house, so I took a break from school. And I was spitting lyrics. Met Tupac in Atlanta, 1992, Jack the Rapper. I used to, you heard that's why I was intentional on spitting the bars in the beginning, just to let you know I got a hip hop rap background, poetry background.
What part of Atlanta? Now that's important.
We was at a hotel at Jack the Rapper. I don't know. Forgive me. But grandmama, them prayers. Just to peek in her bedroom and see her on her knees. And she still will. She's 91. 91? Yeah. Still spry, getting out, going to church. Dude, my grandmama go to a funeral a couple times a week and got the best spirits in the world. Think about that.
Same, yeah.
Think about that. I call her for encouragement. And she go to the funeral, a funeral to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once or twice a week. Trust me, she doesn't go over 2 weeks without going to a funeral. Think about that for a 91, 92-year-old. And her spirits are incredibly high. So let's kind of put that in our Rolodex of self-care. Weaving all of that in, because self-preservation, in behavior analysis, does it pass the dead man's test? Right. I was just sharing that with Derek, too, outside. Mm-hmm. So what grabbed me with ABA and grandmama and them, right? Big fat shouts out to Sean Capel.
Oh, yes.
My guy.
Brother Sean.
He's a friend's friend. Sean Capel is a friend's friend. And I need to order the book quickly so it gets here by the summit to have him sign the second edition for me. That part.
Yes.
That makes a person, that's a generalized reinforcer. When someone has written a book or started an organization, and Rob, what you just said, they didn't have to ask you to bring it to get a Photoshop when it's that authentic. Yeah. Dude, those are the type of bars I like to spit. So long story short, grandmama would role model some things that just resonated. For example, if it doesn't pass the dead man's test, it's not behavior, right? Mm-hmm. And so having a grandmama who had me in church, James 2, verse 17, 20, and 26. Faith without works is dead. So it was, the behavioral cusp.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was able to pivot there. It just made sense. Yeah.
Man, your recall is
God is good. Probably that Uncle Nearest. Fawn Weaver, we love you. We all coming to Nashville, Shelbyville, to the longest bar in the world. Yeah. Uncle Nearest.
And we gonna come.
Humble Baron.
We going to come. I'm saying it's on air. We are going to plan a date. And we coming to Nashville.
Yes.
And even if Coop back, they bring in Rob too.
Yeah, Rob, you coming.
Oh, yeah. So, I want to kind of shift to something a little serious here. Because you are the first Black Male BCBA in the state of Tennessee, that's always going to be. And I can relate personally, being the first of something comes with challenges. It comes with weight. Can you quickly speak to our listeners about tell us about some of the challenges, like be authentic. Tell us some of the challenges that you have faced along the way in your journey to be where you're at right now.
God in heaven. One of she's now BCBA, very, very successful, white female BCBA, right? And she recounted a story that I had filed away. I literally filed it away because, certain things as Black males, we just use it as a stepping stone. Mm-hmm. We done been through the transatlantic. Whatever y'all got ain't. But she said this. She said, Andre, do you remember the time we went to, you were providing me supervision and we went to that house and the parents looked to me like I was the BCBA? and you didn't take it personal at all. You just kind of worked with them. I remembered it, but I filed it away. But her saying it and articulating it let me hold it in the moment because racism is very real. It's very real. It's not somewhere out there. It's very real. And we come from a culture of the cleanup professionals, the cleanup experts, the cleanup angels, even. When people say January 6th, I say January 7th because we was cleaning up. We know how to do that very well as a people. Matter of fact, Grandmama and them was watching Master's kids. Matter of fact, not only was they watching Master's kids, they was cooking and cleaning and rearing Master's kids. Rearing Master's kids, but couldn't whoop Master's kids, but got Master's kids to act right. So it's so much in my DNA and y'all DNA on helping this world act right that I choose to use best practice language. And I'm going to be talking about that in the summit. It's an 11-word framework.
Okay.
Based on transformation and getting results as opposed to simply my language of practice. Everybody come out the womb knowing how to talk, but then there's other folk who know how to talk and get results. I'm on that right there. My grandmama wasn't fattening frogs to feed snakes. Bars.
Effective language, man. Bars. Look them in the eyes.
Look them in the eye, Rob. So I don't know if that answers your question, but Rob, on everything I love, when I provide supervision now for an RBT, I don't just say, oh, that was a good job redirecting Sally. Dog, put that on your resume. You're a beast. Trust me. Put that on your resume. The way that you were able to ignore X, Y, and Z and use an NCR and then thin it out to an FR2, put that on your resume. They're going to love you. See, we should always train people so well that everybody want them, but we should treat them so well that they never want to leave.
Ooh. I love that.
Bars. Hey, we gonna keep toasting today, man.
I'm gonna make it. All right.
Oh, man.
That's good.
We got to get another one.
Andre the poet. Man, this is Beyond the Science. We are live here in our studios in Atlanta where we're going to be having the BMBA Summit. We're blessed by the presence of the greats.
No.
The great Andre.
I'm looking in the mirror.
Ah, man.
I'm looking in the mirror.
Yeah,
I'm looking in the mirror because I want to, if you don't mind, I follow back because as the RBT sitting at this table, man, I would love to know, it's for myself and for everybody who's going to watch, what's a couple gemstones you would give your RBTs that's looking to grow like me into the field to become a BCBA?
Now let me go ahead and throw it out. The question is profound. Matthew 23:11. Trust me, I know we have a major vision, but I'm not going to come on Beyond the Science and commit cosmic plagiarism. Bars. Matthew 23:11. The greatest among you will be your servant. Don't ever forget this moment, RBTs. As an RBT, as a lead RBT, BCABA, BCBA, BCBAD, if you go on to something different. The greatest among you, any industry, any profession, the person who holds the keys, the person who's wiping the booties, the person who's chasing Johnny when he elopes, right? The person who has hope even though they got bit. Watch this. God in heaven, have mercy. I wanted to pull out my phone, Joe, on everything I love, bro.
Please do.
I got two apps on my phone, and I've been trying to. This is how I know we clean up January 7th. We clean up, and it's an honor to clean up because the greatest among you will be your servant. Peep game. I got two apps on my phone.
No, pull them out.
When the last time you seen an app like that? Let me share with you what it is. Peep game. Peep game. It's a decibel meter app.
Okay.
So if you Google OSHA and noise/sound, how much sound should a construction worker be exposed to? Now think about your life as an RBT and the verbal aggression that you've been exposed to, right? The cutoff is somewhere around like 85. I've been in some DTT, NET sessions where a child has been screaming at over 115, 120. Imagine being exposed to that over time. You feel where I'm going?
I do.
So we have the future of ABA and providing these services is so vast, right? Because typically when we write a behavior plan, right, and we're trying to go for an authorization, we may say that the child screams, yada, 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 but rarely is there objective data, right? Rarely is there objective data of what I'm going to reduce and the impact that it has on the environment and that child's quality of life.
Yes.
So we got a lot to do in our nascent industry, right? Our nascent science in helping the world. But we can do it though, right? Somebody's going, culture vultures. They get right. Somebody gonna come up with a study, but it was heard first on Beyond the Science.
Yes. I want to stay right there in that area with something that you've mentioned. You talked about how function-based interventions can enhance friendships, right? Can you break that down? How those ABCs, function-based thinking, actually apply to the relationships that we keep? Talk to me,
Jerron. That is such a solid question, bro, because we do it intuitively. Skinner talks about this in relationships. What do you do when you don't know what you don't know, but you're around people and you got to talk? Function-based interventions, and he gives, I'm going to drop a couple of them. One is your autoclitic. I was sharing this with Joe outside. Make sure that you remain a reinforcer as much as possible. Okay. It isn't healthy for, my opinion, anybody, whether it's a behavior analyst, anybody, to be an aversive stimulus. Damn, we're supposed to be building bridges. Right? We're supposed to be building bridges. But I got some friends just like y'all. What happens when you got that narcissistic friend? They hog the mic. Now, everything we do got to benefit you. So you use an extinction procedure, and then you experience the extinction bursting. Now, you're going to hear a lot of stuff on the internet about how to deal with the narcissist. Trust me, I accidentally clicked it and then rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? It start feeding you, right? The algorithm start feeding you.
It will.
And it's hard for you to see the strengths in that person, especially when they're a friend.
Yes.
Especially when they're a friend.
Or family.
Oh.
Or wife. Look him in the eye.
I want to cut that one out.
So we want to remember this is hence the reason why. Great ad there, Jerron. The soft skills are a non-negotiable. The soft skills with our strong interventions are a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Because I've had some friends where I'm shaping that behavior and they can feel it. They know I love them, but they know I'm not tending to the BS. And it bursts. And then they try to call you out in a group text. They try to they try to pull you into it. Right? So a lot of this is acceptance and commitment therapy, where we're going the psychological flexibility. Yep. And I'm actually going, self is context. You need a lot of metaphors to establish your own self. Right? You wouldn't be, if this was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Sure.
So we're willing to deal with the BCBA. You've had, how many BCBAs have you had, Rob?
So far, maybe about 10.
Yeah. Thank you. You become the prime research candidate. What worked and what didn't. Tyra Sellers, man, a beast. Yeah. Nuanced noticing, page 121 of Supervisor and Mentor. To be able to, you mentioned antecedent interventions in a previous session, right? The nuanced noticing. Who can peep game? Who can smell smoke in order to tend to fire before it happens? That's kind of the metaphor that her and LeBlanc use, right?
Totally agree.
Yeah. Who can connect me to the intervention so that I'm effective with said child and as a model for the RBTs and other BCBAs in the agency, right? Bro, I hope that answers your question. But friendship, I'm sorry. And function-based, dude, the motto of Omega Psi-Phi, friendship is essential to the soul. So bros don't care if you're a billionaire. Michael Jordan don't get no props because Michael Jordan, he's the bros. Bruh, you see where I'm going? Like friendship is so enigmatic in Omega Psi-Phi that it's not funny. So these strategies, I see how, and for me to be 21, Thank you, Lord. And have some people invest to become the 5th District Director of Public Relations in 2023. That don't normally happen in this organization.
All right, so fast.
Right? But I can go back to, in answering your question, function-based intervention.
Okay, so let me ask you, because everybody who are listening right now may not be familiar with our principles. What's one intervention or principle that everyone, not just clinicians, but everyone should apply in their friendships or marriages?
Oh,
great question.
Wifey, listening. You making me tell off on myself. Gerard, you're a hater. I thought you was a lover. You're a hater. Gerard is a hater. You gonna make me come off my good stuff. My wife is.
Give the people what they want to hear. Give them what they want to hear.
We need real talk.
For the good of the people. For the good of the people, Andre.
Joe, I need you.
Okay. Real talk.
Me too.
Function-based out of the doghouse strategies. One of the gravest mistakes a man makes in a marriage is that he spends so much time trying to get salt that he unconsciously forgets about his sugar. Chasing salt, missing out on sugar. Well, I decided if I spoke in my wife's love language, she might talk back in mine. My wife's love languages are acts of service
Yes.
and quality time.
Quality time.
Mine, words of affirmation and physical touch.
Yes. Yep.
Call me Big Daddy when you back that thing up.
Look at me!
Bars, baby, bars. We're having too much fun. We're having too much fun. It's not fair to have this much fun.
Yeah, brother Andre, man, you're so dope. You're such a dope wordsmith. How do you weave in the behavior analytical language with your everyday life and use these such beautiful metaphors and analogies? Where'd that come from? Is that based on your MC background, your poetry background, your grandma's sayings? Where's that come from?
Bro, I can sense the hip hop energy in the environment. Hip hop, how innovative people hold on to prophecy, right? So the acronyms, right? And Skinner talks about that, the self-prompts and the self-probes. Dang, I don't want to give away all the keynote, but my inner circle is made up of wordsmiths. Real talk.
Yeah.
My family, they go.
Yeah.
They look at me like, you doing that? Let me get on. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like your favorite artist,
Yeah.
how they can conceptualize, and we repeat them. Cornel West said it to me and 1997, Poetry Jam. I asked Dr. West, and it was a packed stadium. I said, bro, how do we, and from the microphone, because I meant it just like you asking me. I said, Dr. West, how do we do what you do and make it palatable to the average Joe?
Right.
And he said, that's the $1 million question, right? Well, you look at somebody, and he listed a couple jazz artists. Somebody had a pattern that they and then they built it themselves. I'm trying to be like Glenn.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like you take what you got, and Skinner talks about it in chapter 17. Every behavior analyst needs verbal behavior by B.F. Skinner, chapter 17, the self-strengthening of verbal behavior. He says, and I quote, in the processes of composition and editing, the speaker arranges, qualifies, withholds, and releases verbal behavior which already exists in some strength in his repertoire. I'm not going to read it all. I'm going to save it to the subject.
Save it for me, man. You got 2 weeks.
Man.
Save it for me now.
It's hot.
Yes. Man, all right. Listen, guys. I'm trying to get this brother to save y'all a little bit because this episode will be released before the summit. So before he gets talking to me, I'm going to shift. I'm gonna do my little intervention and shift before he gets to it. I'm going to hit you with some straight fire questions. All right, you got 10 seconds to answer each question. Okay?
All right.
You ready?
Be ready.
What's the favorite poem you ever written? Just need the name.
Ladies, please forgive me.
All right. If there was one historical figure you could bring to the BMBA Summit, dead or alive, who would it be?
Clarence Avant.
Ooh, okay. What's one song you would like to perform for karaoke?
Black Man in Effect by KRS-One.
Okay. Last one. What's one thing about Andre Anderson most people don't know but should know?
I love humans.
Okay. And that was our straight fire segment brought to you by Allen's Behavior Consultant. Guys, listen. this guy is going to be an amazing keynote for the summit. And one thing that I'm honestly really excited about is see how this brother commands the room. Yeah. One thing I've never been able to see you present in person. Never seen it before. Never seen what it looks like. Never seen the prompt. Never seen it. I am so excited and honored, but excited to be in a room with you.
Definitely.
Now, you trying to give our listeners away too much. That's why I got to bring you back a little bit because, people paying money to come see you now.
Definitely.
But, as we kind of wind this down, can you just leave the young Andres out there of the world, some of which are here sitting with you right now.
I'm right here.
If you could speak, you could speak to that person and you remember yourself when you were that, what message would you leave?
I guess a message is almost like a recipe. I want to be around somebody who brings out the best in me. And the last thing I want to do is to say something that would put a vasectomy on your career trajectory. Bars.
Bars.
Oh, boy.
Man, look him in the eye, brother.
Woo. Come on now. Preach, man.
On your career trajectory.
This is Black Men in Behavior Analysis. That's the last thing I want to do.
Man.
We need to be fruitful.
Andre the Poet. Hashtag Andre the Poet.
Andre the Poet.
I love it.
I hope you got some poetry or some type of hip hop part of your keynote. It has to be.
Can you zoom in? Can you zoom in on this right here?
Thank you.
Can you just really quickly zoom in on the brotherhood that he has to outside
Manhood,
this right here?
scholarship, perseverance.
This is
and
important. The reason why it's important because I want to give a shout out to brother Kirk Kirby.
Yes.
Me and Joe were on with Kirk last night.
Yes.
We were on last night. We had a thought exchange, little preview episode of the summit, and he gave you a shout out too.
Yeah.
But he talked about the importance.
Oh gosh.
The importance of the brotherhood.
They supported me wholeheartedly before I hit that button on Black Male BCBA.
Wow.
Hands down.
And do we have your permission to play that during this episode? The video that you made?
Run it.
All right, we're going to run that right now. Because I played it a couple years back, but we need to update one now, too, now. We need to update one, too, now.
I believe in synergy, so we got to do it through the team. All right. I can care, between you and I can care less about the proprietary part because this needs to outlive us.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to move to Straight Talk with Joe.
So, Brother Andre, as we were talking, something really hit my heart. You are the father to 2 girls. I am a girl father, and Brother Rob is about to be a twin girl father.
Yes, I am.
You had a drink, but I want a shot to that one, man.
Yeah, we got it
Big
on.
congrats, man. Big congrats to that.
Dang.
Man.
Rob, congratulations,
Man,
bro.
All that. Give a little bit of Let's go ahead and give him a shout out to the twins.
Cigars for real. We need
Cigars for real.
cigars for real. Congratulations.
Definitely.
Such an honor.
Yes.
Such an honor.
So going back, tell me the response class of a responsible father raising a female girl.
Thank you, Jesus. Forgive me if I talk quick. Because you cut me to the white meat. I tell them, hey, I'm answering. I do not believe a man should ever hit a woman ever, but I will answer the door in a wife beater. Let that hit.
Man, the bars is just endless.
You never know a man by what he looks like. You'll only know a man by what he's looking at. And I try to role model that. And it's hard. I'm a dude's dude.
Yes.
Right? So that's one. You never know a man by what he looks like, but what he's looking at. So that character piece, right?
Okay.
And the last one, I'll never forget, man. Oh, dang, I got some stories with it. One, ADOS 2 training. I came home from Vanderbilt. One of my colleagues said, yeah, Andre, my husband was teaching our grandson some expansive language. He taught our 5-year-old grandson ubiquitous. My daughter just so happened to be 5 years old. So I come to the crib, Chels, ubiquitous, it means everywhere like cell phones.
Right.
Without missing a beat, y'all, she said, ubiquitous, it means everywhere like temptation. Want to put on my wife beater. You see where I'm going? So, and last but not least, when your daughter comes home and she says, Daddy, how come winning isn't everything? So obviously she was in gym class or something where, she lost and blah. And I said, when you pray, because you don't have an answer as a daddy, there's no manual. There's no real manual. So I said, when it's thundering and storming outside and you scared and the lights flicker and you come jump into bed with me? She said, yeah. I said, well, what's more important at that time? Winning or whiffing? She said, whiffing.
Wait, now break that down for us.
So whiffing, being with
it, right? Embracing.
I'm not looking at your SES right now. I'm not looking at the alphabet soup behind your name. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Hey, look, and not to be too religious, but Emmanuel means God is with us.
Yes.
That part.
Whew. I just appreciate everything that you not only done for the field, but everything you've done for this organization.
Thank God.
Me and you have stayed in contact. We have our little group text, me, you, and Kelly, and then me and you go. But I just want to take, just a few seconds before we close out to just say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And you said we know how long we here, so I'm gonna just tell you thank you. The legacy of people. I hope your wife, your daughter, everybody just knows the impact that you have made, even if you don't see it. Even if you don't able to see it always consciously, I just want to say thank you for your contributions. Thank you for pouring into me and just for allowing this organization to grow. You started it, and now it's taking off. So you started that already. So just thank you, brother, for all you've done, all you continue to do. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And I hope you can continue to inspire and can continue to, and I'm really looking forward to your presentation, just continue to really pour in to this community. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all. Look, I'm looking up to giants.
No, for
That's
sure.
how I feel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
And I'm going to throw in a Coic in there, and I'm going to say thank you. Man, thank you for this moment. Thank y'all, brothers, for having me here with us.
Of course. Shout out to Coop. We miss you, man. We miss you, brother Coop. Miss you, but have an amazing guest on here, Rob, holding it down, man. So thank you for being here, Rob.
Excellent job, Rob.
Appreciate you, brother.
Excellent job.
Appreciate you.
Any last words?
Again, there are few moments that you get a chance to meet a hero in ABA. And I think Brother Anderson, for those that are not coming to the summit, come virtually, pay for just a keynote. Because what you're going to learn and who you're able to meet and just the impact of this, what you've had on my life indirectly, I appreciate that.
It's honorable,
man.
Thank you so much, man. Thank God. Thank God.
Thank you.
We just paying it forward, bro. We just paying it forward.
Guys, thanks for listening to another edition of Beyond the Science. If you don't have your tickets for the keynote, like Joe said, for the summit, you can come virtually. We're inviting the entire ABA community, no matter what you look like. This summit is not just for Black men. We are highlighting Black men and contributions. We are inviting our allies, students, BTs, for all walks of life. It doesn't matter what you look like. Please come learn, come support us, and be a part of this amazing vision. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you guys next time on Beyond the Science.
Peace.